Okay, let's take a look right now. 47 past the hour. It's still a little hazy. You see that haze on the horizon? That's because of all the moisture in the atmosphere. We have 90, 95% humidity. The winds are very light. This is a light wind day. That's a little good news. And you'll be able to feel the humidity a little bit more this afternoon. I mean, it's not going to get extremely muggy, but it'll be on the humid side with the temperatures climbing the lower and mid 80s. Now, severe weather risk assessment. We use this a lot through the year, especially spring and early summer. This is an indication that severe storm potential is up a little bit through the overnight and pre-dawn hours. And look where it's located. I mean, it's a large chunk of real estate here covering part of Kansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, our part of the state, southern Oklahoma, the western sections. So basically, if you're watching or listening, we're going to prepare you for the potential for severe weather overnight and early tomorrow. The primary threats would be damaging winds. Now, within that zone, there will be some spots that will have a little higher probability than others. But to simplify things, I just want you to be prepared, regardless of where you're going to be during that overnight time period. This type of a system can cause some damaging winds, and then it'll just move out. Also, some pockets of heavy rain. But usually, they move so quickly that the heavy rainfall potential just kind of comes in and goes out. So highs this afternoon, 80s, slightly muggy, light wind. Okay, so we're going to watch to the north. And storms will develop across central Kansas. They're going to coalesce into a complex, at least one, possibly two, and drop down. Now, this is one of several models that we look at and use. There's a couple of other models that will develop storms also across west central Oklahoma, and those would sweep through south central sections and into the southern areas. So when you see this model itself, while most of this is right across the far northern areas, we still have the potential even for the southern sections. That's why that severe weather risk assessment covered this entire area. So here's 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m. These types of storm systems can cause damaging wind potential along these types of features. Some hail, heavy rainfall threats. So this will move in and then move out. Just to be clear, it may not be in every single spot, but I want you to be prepared for that. Then early tomorrow morning, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, the severe weather threats should be gone, but there might be some leftover sprinkles or showers. We'll be in the 60s. And then tomorrow afternoon, clouds will thin out. There's a boundary that will gradually move in. And as the day progresses, you'll kind of notice it feeling a little different. Slightly drier air will move in. High temperatures will be in the 80s. So here's our timeline for the Tulsa Metro. We get past the midnight hour, and then we go until about 5 to 6 o'clock in the morning. That's the main window. Within this window, as those storms pass, it won't be very long at all. So maybe about an hour's worth of big storms here in the Tulsa Metro within that, and it'll zip right on out of here. And then we look for the heat and humidity to move back in. This is a pattern change. For this time of the year. I mean, that's 93, 94, 95. That's not early June. That's like mid to late June. And those heat index numbers, 103, what it feels like with temperature and humidity combined, those heat index numbers might be even just a little higher than I've got right there for Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday.